What is up? It's your boy Aing here, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a fun one. Today we got an exciting one. Today we got a banger. All right, so you are joining me on a 3-day, 2-night stay here in Shenandoah State Park. Now, we ran into a little bit of an issue. We already stayed one night. That first night, it got down to around 30 degrees and it was very, very windy. In total, I've probably camped 10 times. So I'm not as geared up as most people. We recently just purchased this 8-person tent. We just upgraded from a 2-person tent. Last night was an absolute joke. I personally was fine. My girlfriend, on the other hand, woke me up at 12, woke me up at 3, and at 3 a.m. she's like, "It's 3 o'clock, I thought it was 6. Like, kind of hoping that the night had already passed. We woke up, then we heard some stuff in the woods, and we drove to McDonald's. That McDonald's was closed. Long story short, we ended up at a Sheetz, getting coffee, which I don't drink coffee, also getting hot water. Why am I telling you this? We were just trying to avoid the cold. But in today's video, we're gonna be testing out Mr. Heater's buddy heater, or portable, but I call it a buddy heater. But first, I do want to give a big shout out to Mr. Heater for sponsoring today's video.
They didn't sponsor.
They didn't?
No.
So why are we reviewing this? All jokes aside, obviously they didn't sponsor. They probably don't even know that I'm out in the woods freezing right now. But thankfully to them, I am going to be not freezing anymore. Or so they say. Being that it's still super early, we're not going to use it just yet. It's around 1:35, as you guys can see. The sun somewhere over there. But I do want to set this up, get it ready to go, so when nighttime comes, I'm not trying to set this up in the middle of the night. So let's unbox this bad boy. Alrighty, so opening this bad boy up, you get your pamphlet, as pretty much everything nowadays. A bunch of styrofoam, a bunch of cardboard. I was very skeptical about this because I thought it was going to be extremely, extremely heavy. Did you think it was going to be heavy?
Yeah, is it? Oh no.
What I was saying was, I really like how portable this is. I was really scared it was going to be an extremely heavy heater and we were going to be lugging it around and it was going to have to take 2 people to carry. Even loaded with the propane, it's very easily moved with one hand. If you've used propane before, it's the same old thing. If you haven't, it's very, very simple. Right here, and then there's a little piece that goes inside of there. All you have to do, screw it on. It goes in very simple, and you're all good to go. Now, as far as turning it on and actually using it, you're gonna wanna push down and move it over to pilot. Once you've moved it over to pilot, push down all the way, you're gonna see a flame down here. Once that's on, let it sit for like 30 seconds, then go ahead and push down on the knob again and move it over to your desired temperature. So as you guys saw, that was extremely quick, and it is no joke heating up a lot. I'm gonna have to subtract a point from the almighty buddy heater. It seems like there's a lot more heat coming up this way versus this way. So it runs for 5 hours on low, and then for 2 hours on high. So this thing drinks propane like it's nobody's business. So all in all, setup super easy, unboxing super easy. I will say, is there a smell of propane? Yes. We're gonna use it. We'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, so now we are going to enjoy the outdoors. We're gonna go on a little bit of a walk on the trail. And once we're back, we'll go ahead and show you guys how good this buddy heater is at night. Alrighty, so as the night is beginning to set, we got our fire starting over there. We got some burgers on the grill. As the night comes and as it gets colder and colder, I'm only getting more and more excited. Looking forward to the buddy heater. So as far as what I want it to actually do, for my girlfriend, I want her to be able to sleep comfortably. She slept in that big jacket. As you know, that's not very comfortable. So I want to be able to sleep, camp, and be outdoors comfortably. I've already had it running for maybe like 30 minutes and we have maybe not a problem. It's super, super frosty. It's really not even that cold. It's like 30 degrees out, I think, maybe even hotter. I don't know if that's an issue or not. So in case this thing explodes, we're not gonna put it right by our head, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it on now. So as you can see, the flame comes on, let it sit, let it prime for a little bit, then just go ahead and put it in low. It does make a difference. It makes a huge, huge difference. And I think tonight we're going to be able to sleep a lot more comfortably. We do still have that one over there kind of as a trusty backup. So it is 10:30. We're going to see how long this holds up. Not sure exactly what time I cut off the last clip, but it's now 1 a.m. We're going to have to turn on the buddy heater again. This is with the new propane tank as well. I just changed it. The last one was starting to act up. It was like hissing or something, so Hopefully this one's better, but alright, let's see how long it lasts. Alrighty, so it is now the next morning. I woke up at around 6 a.m. and this was off, so I put in a new propane tank, and well, we are about 3 hours in. Since then, everything is running fine and I'm awake. It comes with these instructions. Probably shouldn't hold it right up against it. Comes with some instructions and some warnings. I definitely recommend reading this. Mine got wet, so that's that. So there you have it. It took 3 1-pound propane tanks to get me through the night. This thing swallows propane. It is what it is with one of these propane heaters. Moving forward, I think I'm gonna have to buy 4 just to be safe. Just for one of these, depending on how long you stay, you may have to purchase more. Do I think it's worth it? If you have a smaller tent, yes. Being that we had an 8-person tent, this really did nothing. In the area that it was in, it was warm if you got close to it. I really don't like that a lot more heat comes out of here. So it pushes air a lot higher versus coming directly out. And I don't think there's a setting for that. I think that's just how it comes. Now, as far as the situation that everyone wants to know, does it stink? It does. It definitely does give off an odor. That first clip where I woke up and I reset it, it turned off on its own. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is before it turns off, it makes like a dog whistle noise. I slept through that the first time. Now, you may be asking, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is it stinks like really, really bad when it's turning off, when it's dying out. I'm not sure if the last bit of propane that's in there is just leaking out, so it's straight propane. Moving in the future, I'll just set a timer like 10 minutes before just to wake up and prevent that. Just a heads up, something I didn't know was a thing. But all in all, I was able to sleep a lot more comfortably. But mind you, I was sleeping like right here. So there's not much of a gap right there. So that's how close it really had to be with me, at least in an 8-person tent. If you got like a 2-person tent, I think you would be fine. Babe, how was it for you?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so in the middle of the night, I was able to see her without the blanket over her head. And that definitely was a sigh of relief for me. Okay, out of 10, I would rate this a 7. What about you? Out of 10?
I say
An
an 8.
8?
Like you said before, it doesn't throw out the air.
Far enough.
Yeah. Far enough and out the front of it.
Yeah, agreed. There's no settings or anything on it. It's just, it comes out the top. I don't know why, but... So if you want to find out how this lasts for the rest of the winter, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.